Welcome back to the pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. It is time for the Broadcasters Roundtable. Darren Zaslow with you here. To my left is Newport Gulls field reporter Dave Peck, and to my right, the voice of the Ocean State Waves, Stone Freeman. Dave, we'll start with you. Let's talk about defense right now. Newport with a .952 fielding percentage. It's the second lowest fielding percentage in the NECBL. As we get into the back half of this regular season, how important in your mind is defense going to be for this team?
It's going to be incredibly important. There have been so many innings so far this season where that one, maybe two errors in the inning has kind of been the game-changing inning for the team. And they've been close games pretty much a lot of the way until maybe that 6th or 7th inning where there's a walk, there's maybe a hit by pitch, and then maybe there's an error. And so far this season, that has not been able to, come to hurt. That has been able to hurt the Newport Gulls a lot, and they have to be able to limit those going forward because so far teams have really taken advantage of that.
On the mound tonight for Newport, they're going to go to the right-hander Drake Fellows out of Vanderbilt. He has not allowed an earned run over 5 innings this year with 6 strikeouts. What does he need to do tonight to be successful, Dave?
He's got to keep the ball low. He's got to attack these guys. The strength of this team, obviously they're a great team. The strength of them is defense and pitching. So these batters, Fellows plays in the SEC at Vanderbilt, so he knows that he can go after these hitters a little bit, challenge them, make them put the ball in play, make these Gulls infielders and outfielders make plays and not get errors. But it's going to be a close one, knowing that both these pitchers are presumably very good. It's going to come down to that 1, maybe 2 innings where defense maybe loosens up a little bit and one team is able to push across a run and able to get the win.
This is game number 4 of the Pell Bridge series. Ocean State is outscoring Newport in those first 3 games by a score of 18-6. Dave, here tonight, Newport, we've seen it, has had trouble with this Ocean State team. How big would it be for them to grab a win here against the Waves?
It would be really big. I'm not gonna put it lightly. This team is in desperate need of a win, desperate need, and I think kind of the target on the back has switched a little bit. Now the Gulls are the underdogs, trying to get at the Waves and trying to start something this part of the season. They're flipping the calendar on June. And at this point, it's basically every win matters a lot. And I've talked to a lot of the guys, and they're confident about who they have in the lineup and who they have in the field. It's just a matter of putting it together for 9 innings and kind of trusting each other day in and day out, at-bat to at-bat and inning to inning.
Stone, Ocean State is 15-4. That is the best record in the New England Collegiate Baseball League, and you wonder why. Well, it's been the pitching, a 2.59 team ERA. That's the lowest team ERA in the league. Again, can you talk about this pitching, what you've seen from them?
I think the pitching, the best part about it is it seems like whenever they give something up, they give up a run, sometimes it might be an unearned run. They bounce back and seem to shut down their opposing team the rest of the way. Just earlier this week, they were in New Bedford on Sunday, and Ben Anishko gave up 2 unearned runs in the 4th inning, and then the pitching staff would give up no runs the rest of the way. So it's just really responding to adversity, and sometimes the fielding can let down the pitching, and that can hurt them. But going forward, really it's just been rebuttaling and responding to how the offense, with the numbers they're putting up against the team. They just played well against the Upper Valley Nighthawks, the best offense in the league. They held that team to just 2 runs, and those were in the middle of the game. And really, it's the middle innings before you're going to the bullpen at the end of the starters outing that's a little shaky for the Waves. But other than that, the bullpen has been phenomenal. And the starting pitching, the Waves have gone to this new type of system where the starters are going into the 5th or 6th innings, and that's it. And they're not pushing them into the 7th. We've seen guys that have given up just 1 hit through 4 innings, and they come out and the bullpen's going the rest of the way from the 5th through on. And it's worked so far. And the month of June was phenomenal for the Waves, the best road team in the NECBL right now. And Cardines has certainly been nice to them this season. So it's a team that the pitching is really carrying them, but the offense is just doing their thing when it matters.
It certainly has been a dynamic Ocean State Waves offense led by Bobby Honeyman, a .328 batting average for the Stony Brook product. Stone, what have you seen from Honeyman thus far?
Yeah, Honeyman, I think the biggest transition he's had to make is, we had Chris Hess on our roster at the beginning of the season from the University of Rhode Island, a 3-time Wave. He'd get drafted, and obviously respectfully so, up and left down to Tampa to join the New York Yankees. And Bobby had to move from third base to second base, a position he's never played before. And he's making it look easy out there. And over the past couple games, they've given him some nights off. respectfully so once again. I mean, he started every game this season. He's had the past couple nights off, so it'll be interesting to see if he's back in the lineup tonight, where they're going to put him. But there's a lot of versatility in this Waves offense, our defense rather. Bobby can play third base and second base. You got Kyle Conger that can play both middle infield positions. Randall Canamaro can play both corner positions. And when you mix in all of that, it creates a dynamic type of defense. And Bobby has transitioned well defensively. And you said it, the offensive numbers are speaking for themselves. Batting over 300 a year after playing in the Northwoods League. He's here in the NECBL, and it looks like he's transitioning without a hitch.
It is an Ocean State Waves team that is in first place, that 15-4 record here in the NECBL's Southern Division. Stone, what has been the mindset of this team, and how has that helped them be successful?
I think the mindset really is they're just having fun, and I think that goes for a lot of baseball teams. But the thing that separates good baseball teams from great baseball teams is your ability to, when you're down, how do you respond to that? And that's something that the manager, Jimmy Sorrow, has talked to me about. He's just excited that when the guys go down 2-0, the game's not over. It very rarely does it snowball. They've had a couple losses this season where, they make the game 2-1, and then we had a game against Winnipesaukee last week, 2-1 after 4 innings, and then Winnipesaukee would go on to win 10-1. And those are some shaky outings. But when you have 15 wins, the most in the NECBL, 4 losses, the least in the NECBL, there's not much to be upset about. And these Waves are just happy to be out there playing baseball. And when you have that versatility, you have that positive attitude, the results on the field just kind of come.
It's Star Wars night here for Game 4 of the Pell Bridge Series. It's Newport and Ocean State. First pitch set for 6:35 p.m. For Dave Peck and Stone Freeman, I'm Darren Zaslow. The Newport Gulls pregame show continues next, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.